So this whole 4B movement situation, I've been hearing about it, been scrolling past it because it's, to me, just yet another trend and another way for women to try to take control of whatever situation they think they're in control of. But before I put my 2 cents in on it, let me explain what I think it means based off the research that I've done. The 4B movement is something that was originated in South Korea. The women over there felt as though the men were being violent towards them, wasn't being nice to them, so they decided to come up with the 4B movement. The letter B in South Korea just pretty much stands for no. So if you put an action behind the word no, we came up with no sex, no children, no marriage, no dating. Some women went as far as to say no everything. No talking to men, no working under men, no even speaking to men. We don't want nothing to do with men at all, period. So I went and started looking at some Korea women's videos, women that actually stayed in Korea, and this is what I come up with.
Because I am a Korean woman currently living in Korea, and I have so much to say about this topic. So most of the 4B movement videos that I've seen on TikTok are made from foreigners, and I think Korean Americans or just Asian people living in the West, but not actually people living in Korea. So the 4B movement in Korea is a very, very small fraction of the whole Korean population in general. It's just the Western media likes to highlight that part and make it seem like it's the biggest issue in Korea, which it really is not. I can promise you that. Don't believe all those sensational articles written online all the time. Most people in Korea still like the other sex. We want to date, we want to find love, we want to get married. Those are like the big majority. And it's only the small group of extreme radical misandrists and extreme radical misogynists. They just seem like the loudest because
Now, it's not to say that she speaks for all of the women in Korea, but what I've come up with is this. It seems to me like there's a small portion of women over in Korea that's pretty much doing the same thing that a small portion of women over in the US is doing, which is trying to control a narrative about men, trying to get other women to come on board and find a way to control men. Seems to me like women are entirely lost these days, to the point where y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all are literally on the internet surfing trends, following trends, to the point where you don't even know what it is that you truly want for your life and over your life. If you think about it, there has been so many trends with women, and they all try to lead back to getting a man's attention in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's the part that I just disagree with, because it seems like women are so male-centered that y'all don't know how to decenter men without disrespecting them, without feeling like you're taking something from them, or feeling like you don't. It's like y'all trying to control men to get them to do what y'all want to do because you don't know how to deal with them. Whichever way that is, there is a way to deal with men. Excuse me. And it seems as though y'all don't know how. So y'all trying to find out any way y'all can to control them, and that's where it makes women look whack. First, y'all started off with the hot girl summer. Now we outside, we twerking on headlights. You know, we free, we doing whatever we want to do. We in a hookup culture. We can do exactly what the men do. We gonna get their attention one way or another. We ain't about to just be sitting around just messing with one dude. Y'all went with that. Then y'all went and said, well, forget it. We need men who got money. So we about to go get our LLC, start all these businesses. We about to run it up, make 6 figures, and we the girl bosses. Y'all went for that for a second. Then y'all seen that wasn't really working because they didn't care about your money. Then we said, well, we're gonna be on our soft girl era. Everybody is just like, I'm not on that. You know, we're going to do what we want to do. And men love soft, feminine women. And if you want to be a well-kept women, ladies, just be soft. So then y'all roll with that. That didn't work. Now all of a sudden y'all talking about a 4B movement where y'all saying we cutting everything out. We don't want to deal with men. We don't want their babies. We don't want no sex. We don't want to date. What y'all telling everybody to delete their dating apps? Don't talk to men. Don't look at men. Don't give them no private part. Don't get me wrong, as a woman, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that. I just don't like the fact that y'all try to make everything a trend to follow, as if that's not just the rules of being a modest woman to begin with. Baby, I'm not a part of no 4B movement. However, I am a modest woman. I am a respectable woman. I am a wholesome woman. I've been not walking around passing my body out to all the men. I've been not letting nobody make me no baby mama times 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been not sleeping around. I've been not just dating people that's not worth my time. There's a lot of of us real girl bosses that's really trying to be within their feminine energy, really trying to learn themselves as women, where we ain't a part of no whack social media trend. Not to mention, the lady in Korea just sat there and said that is a small portion of women. That is not what we represent over here. There are some women who feel like that, but that is not the majority. What happens is social media loves to pick up the negativity off anything and spread it. Why? Because negativity spreads more than anything else. But that is not ideal. That is not reality. And that is not the reality. A lot of y'all are completely lost and need to go outside, touch grass, and come out and just get with the real times. Y'all are confusing young women is what y'all are doing. A lot of y'all don't know what it is that you want for your lives. And because things are not working out for y'all keep trying to make all of these trends for women to follow. And it's just weird at this point. The 4B movement really doesn't even make sense if you think about it. Actually, it does make sense, just not in the way that you guys are trying to make it out to be. Because if you think about it, technically, none of us supposed to be having sex before a marriage anyway. So when y'all say no marriage, okay, cool. But if you was never having sex before marriage, you wouldn't have to say no sex. And then the kid comes from sex. But if you was already married, you wouldn't have to worry about having a kid out of wedlock. You wouldn't be a baby mama. And you wouldn't have to sit here and say no dating. You would already be married. So that would X out the other three that y'all stand for if you was to just simply take your time, date a man properly, and then marry that man, then have that man's child. You wouldn't just be out here roaming around like little alley cats anyways. Little Hellcats is what y'all is. That's what y'all got between y'all legs. Little Hellcats with a bunch of miles on it. I would rather us as women push the movement and more so trying to self-develop. Try to figure out what it is that you want. Try to learn yourself as a woman than to try to act like it's like y'all taking candy from a baby from men. That's the part I don't like about it. Well, we're not giving them sex. We're not giving them marriage. We're not having their child. We're not dating them. We're going to ignore them. We're going to be mean to them. It's like a bunch of kids throwing temper tantrums. They're being mean to us, so we're not giving them our private part. Well, why was you giving it to him to begin with? I sure don't just walk around giving men my private part. And this is coming from a very, very attractive woman. I have millions of men in my inbox, millions of men that approach me day in and day out. And look at me, because I'm so sure of who I am and I know my position as a woman, I don't try to manipulate men in no way. If they speak, hi, how you doing? I'm doing awesome. I'm going to keep a smile on my face. I'm going to remain in my femininity as a woman. I'm not against a man. I'm not against anything. I'm just in my power as a woman, understanding what I stand for as a woman, understanding my value as a woman. Decenter men out of your conversations and focus on you and stop following these social media trends. That's why y'all so confused. Y'all don't know what to do. And when I say decenter men, you don't have to disrespect men to decenter men. You can simply deal with men accordingly. I deal with men accordingly, but I do not let it become the center of my world. So many of y'all are exhausted out here because y'all make men the center of your world. Y'all don't have anything else going for yourselves. So y'all put y'all all into men. And then when that man turns out not to be the man you thought he was going to be, it's like y'all world just come crumbling down. And now y'all want to be like these angry women of all colors, it seemed like. Not even mad, angry black women. Listen, I'm not even going to ramble on no further. I'm going to find a movement. I'm going to find a movement for y'all. It's just all monkey see, monkey do. No originality, none whatsoever from women. Y'all see one woman do something and y'all roll with it. Find yourself. That's the movement. Go journal, ladies. Release those terrible emotions that y'all hold on to. Learn how to meditate. Clear your thoughts. Come up with your own thoughts. Stop looking for somebody else to put thoughts into your head that you following that does not even align with you. Go heal your trauma. Go talk to somebody. Y'all have a lot of healing to do, man. And I hate to see how y'all just follow somebody else's movement. I'm not following nobody's nothing. If I don't want to have sex with a man, it's because I don't want to. It's not to punish any man. Decenter men and focus on yourselves and focus on becoming a better, higher version of yourself as a woman.